Alrighty, and here we go.
Let me grab a Kleenex.
Sure.
Because I sneeze a lot.
That's okay. Alrighty, are you ready?
I guess so.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Simply Spirit. Tonight on my show, I have one of the most amazing, beautiful ladies in the world. She is a paranormal investigator with Shadow Hunters, Paranormal Investigations and Events. She is an oracle card reader. She has her own show, and she's also a psychic medium, and she's also the chapter director for Psychics Unite. So please give a big welcome to Sharon Moritz. Yay! I'm so happy to have you here.
Oh, I'm happy to be here too.
Good. So what I like to do is I like for everyone to get to know who you are. And so one of the things that I'm always interested in, and I know other people are too, is how did you know that? Well, first of all, let's back up a little bit. Let's let you introduce yourself and say a little bit about yourself. How about that?
Okay, I'm Sharon. Like she said, I'm a paranormal investigator, empath, and a whole bunch of other things. And like she says, I have my show well, it's not Tuesday. It used to be on Tuesdays, but we switched to Thursdays. It's at 7:00 Central Time on the paranormal. No, it's kind of a long one. It's Shadow Hunters Paranormal Investigation and Events page.
Woohoo! You got it. Believe me, I struggle with that too.
Right.
I know. Hey, Nick, can you give us just some abbreviations to use?
Yeah, he was going to use SHIP, SHIP.
Hey, that would work.
Yeah.
That would definitely work.
I don't know whatever happened with that, but that would have been much easier.
Yeah.
Much shorter. Yeah.
If you're hearing this, that would help us all out. Great.
Right. Yeah. So, let's see what else. I have 2 daughters, 5 grandchildren, a dog, and 2 cats. And if you watch my show on Thursday night, you'll get to hear Rico barking because he always manages to bark on my show. And Kitty always manages to know I'm on my computer, and he comes up and he's got to sit on me and walk across the board.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's a lot of fun, kind of breaks it up a little bit, and everybody loves to see Kitty,
Yeah.
So
of course, Kitty wants to be the star of the show.
Oh, he does. Yeah.
It's like you've had your time, it's my time now.
Yeah, and he wants all the attention. So then I gotta scoot him out of here, but he always ends up coming back.
Oh.
But what else? Jen is my sister from another mother and another father, as you can see.
Absolutely. Absolutely, we are.
Right.
We are definitely soul sisters, that's for sure.
Yes.
So here's my question for you.
Okay.
So when did you find out that you were an empath and that you had all of these abilities? Like, was that at an early age? Was that, how did that all come about?
From when I was very, very young, from when I could remember back, like when I was a little kid, the house that I lived in was haunted. Mm-hmm. And I knew it. I was afraid of it. And I would tell my mother, there's somebody there, they're after me, they're going to get me. I'm afraid. I was afraid to go upstairs to go to the bathroom by myself because it was up there. And I'd go for a while, she would go with me. And finally she says, I'll wait at the bottom of the stairs. I was old enough to go by myself. So then I would go to the bathroom and I knew she was down there, and I'd open the door and I'd run as fast as I could down there. Then she didn't wait at the bottom of the stairs anymore. So I would sit in the bathroom, and it was right outside the door. I knew it was. And I would just sit in the bathroom and wait for her to miss me. And then she'd like, Sharon, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then I'd open the door and run down the stairs. But, she would tell me, there's nothing there. it's your imagination, and then when I'd go to bed at night, things would happen, and, I'd hear things, and I would feel somebody was there with me. No, that's your imagination. So they kept trying to push it away from me.
Mm-hmm.
So then when I got to be about maybe 11, 12 years old, we moved to another house.
Mm-hmm.
And when I walked in the door of that house, I'm like, oh no, not again. There was a woman that haunted the house. And I don't know if there was any more, or if it was just her. And I seen her a few times. She talked to me one time. And it was, I would hear her cackling, through, you go to bed and through the register in the floor, you could hear her cackling. And no, it's your imagination. You're dreaming. Get all of that. And I'm like, no, it's not my imagination. I know this is happening. No, 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 no. You're dreaming, you're dreaming, you're dreaming. So then I get a little bit older and I get married. And, being young kids, as stupid as we were, we had to live with his parents.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to his parents' house and I'm like, oh God, here we go again. That place was so haunted. It was unbelievable. It was just, terrifying. But they all knew it and they all discussed it.
Mm-hmm.
And my ex-husband's aunt was very into the paranormal. And that's where I basically learned everything, was from her.
Oh.
And she told me, she says, you're very psychic. And that's why, you're seeing this stuff and hearing this stuff. And it's, no, you're not dreaming. It's not your imagination. It's really happening.
Mm-hmm.
And it started happening there at the house with me. And, with them too, we'd sit downstairs, watch TV, and you could hear somebody walking around upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother-in-law and I would be like, yeah, can you hear that? Yeah, somebody's up there. So the two of us would grab a butcher knife and we'd go upstairs.
Oh my God. What did you think you were going to find?
I don't know.
Did you think you were going to say, here, have some potatoes just to hear him kill Oh my gosh.
And there would be nothing up there,
Right.
But, we thought maybe somebody broke in and we were going to protect ourselves.
Got you. That's too funny. That's too funny.
Yeah.
But here's my question though. Did the activity increase though whenever you were in places? I mean, like, it was at like one level and then you would come in and they knew that you could hear them and see them. So did the activity like increase a lot at that point in time, or did it pretty much stay the same?
It basically stayed the same. We then moved out, got our own place and everything. And then I had a baby, and then we had a fire.
Mm-hmm.
So we moved back in to this haunted house. And the baby would be in the crib, and I would, like in the middle of the night, she'd wake up crying.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm like, oh, geez, go back to sleep. I'm tired. So then I would hear somebody coming from the attic.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would come into the room, walk. I would hear the footsteps and they'd go over by the crib and she'd stop crying. And then she'd go back to sleep. And then this would walk away. So I was like, oh, geez. Oh, my husband, this is what's going on. And he says, are you sure? And I said, yeah, next time it happens, I'm going to wake you.
Mm-hmm.
So here, and this particular time, the door opened. Okay, here comes the footsteps.
Oh.
And I'm like, waking him. Come on, wake up. Here it comes. So the door creeps open. It didn't open all the way. And the footsteps came, and now he's got the covers over our heads, right? And this thing goes over, comforts the baby, and leaves the room. So I said, see, what did I tell you? And he says, we're moving out of here.
my God, that's too funny.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
too funny. Oh
yeah.
my gosh. So did you ever find a house that that wasn't haunted?
This house that I live in right now
Uh-huh.
was the very first house I ever lived in that wasn't haunted, that something wasn't happening.
Wow. But
And
now
I,
do you have spirits come and go through your house now?
through this house here,
Yeah.
there was only one time that I thought there was a spirit here.
Mhm.
And it was maybe a couple of weeks ago. I might have mentioned it on Psychics Unite. I'm not sure, but I woke up in the middle of the night and I was so thirsty, because it's so dry.
Mhm.
And I thought, oh, I got to go downstairs. And I'm like, something's down there. And I knew something was down there. So I went to the top of the stairs and I could just feel it. And I knew somebody sitting on my couch.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't want to go down there. And I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute. I'm going to face this, and see, there's no reason to be afraid. So I came down the stairs, shaking like a leaf. I didn't know what I was going to see. And I come down the stairs and it's very bright. The street light is right outside my house.
Mhm.
So the room is illuminated. And so I come downstairs and I look and there's nobody there. I couldn't see anybody, but I knew they were there.
Right.
So then I come into the kitchen and they're very nonchalantly like, nothing's the matter. I go and I get my water and I just walk by and I look again, nothing's there. And I went upstairs like nothing was going on. And then it went away.
Wow.
So I don't know if it was something passing through or what it was. I have no idea. That's the only time I ever had anything go on here at this house. But like I say, every place I've lived, there was activity going on.
Wow. So
Yeah.
at that moment, did it ever trigger you to think that you were back as a kid, when that happened? Or, did that trigger living in any other house when that happened?
Here?
Yeah, like did that trigger
No,
any memories or anything?
no, no. It was just like, I got to face this, because now I know,
Right.
there's nothing there that's going to hurt me and it shouldn't scare me. I should scare it,
Right.
you know?
Why, if you would have brought a butcher knife in there.
But there was butcher knives was in the kitchen. I had to pass by.
Oh my goodness. I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. That is just a priceless story. I love
Yeah.
it. Oh my gosh. So
But
then
yeah.
how did that get you from, to where, I mean, were you reading cards first or did the paranormal investigating come first? I mean, how did that all
Yeah,
transpire?
the paranormal investigating came first.
Okay.
I had always kind of did stuff like that with my girlfriends. We would have seances and stuff because I was so involved and interested in this. And I didn't know, well, back then there was nobody you could talk to.
Right.
I just had my aunt, to talk to because she studied with this man. His name was Dr. Davidson. And he's the one that taught her everything. And she was, trying to teach me and let me know and stuff what was going on. And because when I had my first child, my daughter, I died in childbirth and they brought me back. And when I was like out for 3 days. And then when I finally came to, I was like, what the hell happened? Where was I?
Mhm.
And I was asking the nurses, what happened? What was going on? And they're like, I don't remember exactly all of it today, but back then I remembered it for a long time. It's like the memory has left me.
Right.
And I would say, what went on? Well, no, nothing happened, and blah, 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 and all this. And then when I finally got to my aunt and I told her what happened, she says, you had an out of body experience. You died and then you came back. And that's what happened when, your heart stopped and you were gone. So she was always somebody that I could go to, for most of my questions and things that would happen.
Mhm.
And then she passed away. But so then I just, was reading books and stuff like that, to learn stuff and to find out, a lot of stuff of what was going on and, kind of how to handle it and stuff. And then, no, I didn't read cards or anything. I just, like we would, mess with the Ouija board and stuff like that and have seances. And then I did, started the paranormal investigating. And so then I'm like, wow, I can do this now, find out, and look for the stuff, the spirits and stuff. And then that's how I met Scotty. And I had him do a reading on me. Oh, I think it was maybe about a year ago. And he told me, he says, you're very, very psychic. And I said, yeah, I know that. I says, but I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about it. Or, I would like to learn more about it and stuff. So then he told me about Psychic Tonight and, the classes that he had. So I joined Psychic Tonight, and then they wanted me to start a chapter here in Antioch, which I did. And then I started taking classes with Scotty, which just opened up a whole thing for me. I just wish that I would have met him many, many years before, or met somebody like him.
Right.
You know,
I totally understand that. But do you think the reason why you didn't was that you weren't ready for that, for all of the things that is happening now?
I was ready. I've been ready for a long time. I just didn't know where or how or who or what, or,
Right.
you know what I mean? I had no
I get
idea.
that.
I had no idea that I could do what I'm doing today.
Right. Your journey is very similar to mine in the fact that I would, read and everything else to try to learn, except I didn't have anybody to kind of help me and guide me along. And, a lot of things that I did, I just automatically did. It wasn't anything that I was ever taught. It wasn't anything that I was told. I mean, it wouldn't be until I was much older that I started reading any kind of book that I could get my hands on to find
Mhm.
out what all of this was about and to try to understand it. So our paths are very similar
Mhm.
to that. So now you doing investigations, and I know you said you had died. So did that increase at all? Like the things that your psychic gifts or abilities, however you want to phrase that, did that
You know,
increase?
if it had an effect on it, I don't know.
Okay.
Because, like I say, I always had the ability. I
Mm-hmm.
just didn't know what to do with it.
Right.
And then I took I took a little course with Julia Treat. You know who she is?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I took a angel course. I'm a certified angel ambassador, intuitive,
Oh, okay.
and I had taken her course, and she was teaching how to read the cards
Okay.
because I had cards.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I've had cards for a long time, but I never really knew how to read them or, what goes along with it. And
Mhm.
then, doing the classes with her, I learned, how to do all this. And then it just all came to me. And then with Scotty's help,
Right.
it made it much, much better.
Uh-huh.
And then Nick had said that he wanted to read tarot cards on our page. And then he didn't. And then he wanted to do it. And I said, well, let me do it. I've got the angel cards and I know how to do it. So that's how that all started. And
Oh,
that's,
that's awesome.
yeah. So that's just about a year now. I think it was,
Really?
yeah, March or something like that. I started reading the cards online.
Wow, that's so cool. That is
Yeah.
awesome. So then how did you become an investigator with Nick's group? How did that all come about?
Well, like I said, I've been very um, wanting to, ready to find out all this stuff.
Mhm.
And then at the library by my house, he was having called the Spirits in the Spring. We do that every year.
Okay.
It's, we would do it at the library.
Uh-huh.
And, he would have speakers there like Ursula Bielski and Dana would come and, they would speak. And I was like, wow, So then that's how I met Nick and the group. And I got to know them. And then they were at another library, and everything that they did, I joined in with them. And that's where I met Nida.
Oh, cool.
She was there too. So the girl that Nida doesn't drive. So the girl that she would come with moved further down into Illinois.
Okay.
And Nida didn't live that far from me. So I said, I'll pick you up. So then the two of us became close with Nick and everybody, and we were always there, whatever they had events or anything, we were always there. And I went and I had 2 t-shirts made, with the shadow hunters, and on the back it said groupies.
I love it. I love it. That's perfect.
Yeah. So, because we got really close with them, like we became friends and everything.
Uh-huh.
And then the group kind of broke up a little bit, and Nick was looking for somebody else.
Mhm.
So he had put it out there that he was looking for somebody, and I said, hey, I'm very, very interested in this. And so it was a couple days later, he calls me up and he says, so I have some good news. And I said, what? And he says, you're on the team.
Oh, I love that. That's
Yeah.
so awesome.
Yeah. So that was a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was the first investigation that you did? Because I know the first investigation that you do with a group is like really special.
Mhm.
It's one of those things that you always remember for the rest of your life. So
Right. Yeah. We did it at a bar downtown here in Antioch, the Lodge.
Mhm.
And the basement is very haunted down there. So we went down there, and we had a group of people, because every once in a while we do that where we let the public involved in it.
Right.
We have so many, and then we do an investigation with them. And that's what we did. We went to the lodge, and that was really good. That was really good. My earring got pulled out of my ear. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
wow. Did it
yeah.
rip your ear though?
No, he was very gentle. I didn't really feel it. I just felt it. I saw it going to the floor,
Oh, wow.
and there was 2 girls sitting on the floor in front of me. And there was a guy and a girl next to him. It was his wife, and her necklace came up like this and went back down. And Nick saw it and said, what was that? And she's like, oh my God, what happened? And then the next thing I know, the earring came out of my ear and hit the ground. And the
Oh.
girls, that were sitting on the floor watched it happen.
Oh, I'm sure they were freaked out
Yeah.
at
Yeah. I didn't even
Like,
feel
get
it.
me outta here.
Yeah. I didn't even feel it come out of my ear.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah. Uh-huh.
I can just imagine those girls' faces and be like, all right, I'm out of here. It's done. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's so
Yeah, and
cool.
we had some change thrown at us from out of nowhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
This
Nobody
is
knows
all
where
on
it
the
came.
same night?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do things like this happen to you on every investigation, or does it just vary on the list?
No, that just happened that one time.
Oh, wow.
I've had, people touch my hair and stuff like that, or
Uh-huh.
tap me on the back of the head. But
Wow.
that's, yeah.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
we do have a lot of people here tonight watching.
Oh,
Julie's here, Greg's here, 13 Ghost Hunter, and a special power, and we already said Julie. So yeah, we have some people watching tonight, which is pretty awesome. So hello everyone, and I guess Linda's here. I'm not sure which name she's on, maybe a special power or the 13 Ghost Hunter. I'm not sure. If you guys have any questions at all, please put those in the chat and we'll get her to, we'll have Sharon answer those questions. So who's on the team with Shadow Hunters? Who do you investigate with?
there's me, Greg, Nick, Patrick, Rebecca, um, Dan is more our historian, where he, looks stuff up and that.
That's cool.
And Diana, she's new.
Okay.
And she just started. And geez, I don't know, am I missing somebody?
I don't know.
I don't know. But
you're like me with the members. I'm like counting them on my finger, make sure I don't forget.
Right. Yeah. Who is it? I got to write it down,
Yeah.
But
that's me.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Scotty, he's on our team too.
Correct.
So, he goes with us whenever he can. And, but he's really, really busy. Right. So usually we try to make the dates around the times when he's available.
Yeah. We have the Woony Witch. Hey, everyone. Hey, Woony Witch. How are you doing?
Hello, everybody.
13 Ghost Hunter is Nida. So at least we know who that is. And a special power is Linda. So now we have everybody's name.
Maybe Linda Morrison.
I guess, I think so. So now we have everybody's name. Yeah, she says, 20 years ago, we didn't even have the internet or Facebook like there is today to meet others with abilities. This is so true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Right. Now all you have to do is go to YouTube or Facebook and you've got all the paranormal people in the world.
Exactly. Greg says no more Indians.
No more Indians.
Indians, what he says. I don't know. I'm not sure on that, but that's what he says.
Greg, come on. What do you mean?
What do you mean? She wants to know. So do you have a favorite place that you've investigated that you want to go back to?
Yeah, we want to go back to the old Baraboo Inn. That was a really good spot.
I want to go to that one. I haven't even been the first time.
Oh, yeah. That's a pretty good place.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of women up there, up on the floor.
Right. Now that's the one that Devin went with you on, correct?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes, she went with us.
That was
and yeah, there was a very good investigation. And let's see. The one place that we really, really, really get a lot is the I'm in a blank spot. The theater. What's a theater named, Greg?
Hey, Greg, what's the name of the theater? Hurry up, give us a name.
Why can't I think of it?
Is it the one that Robin Terry owns? Is that the one that you're thinking of?
No. This is in Lake Villa. Terminus.
Oh.
Terminus is the name of it.
Okay.
And just one day, somebody emailed Nick about they'd like to have the place investigated, and then he turned it over to me, and I got in there and got us to go in there, made a date and everything, and that place is really haunted. You see shadow figures, and we spent the night there one night, and we were sleeping on the stage, and we had the meters, in the other room. They have a dressing room that's pretty haunted in the dressing room. And the REM pod and that kept going off, and then we go in there and see nothing. And then we go back and the REM pod was going off. And then I was awake and the others were sleeping. And it's like the stage is in the middle and there's a hallway that goes back on one side that goes to the dressing room and the office, and then a hallway on the other side that goes back to the bathrooms. And I heard somebody from the entrance walk in and walked all the way through and came by us and then went back and then went to the back by where the bathrooms are. And then whoever it was, I heard them come, you can go all the way around. And they came from the other side and went out back to the exit. And I thought it was the owner. And then I said something and he was gone. He wasn't even there.
Wow.
So, in that place too, we were there. We've been there quite a bit. And we did have, a group, from, just regular people come in and
Mhm.
have had an outing in there. And they had gone out to eat. And there was this one section over the side, there was like a shelf, and somebody had put their change down on this shelf. And the spirit was taking the change, throwing it at us.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Oh my.
there was nobody over there,
Right.
you know, but they kept throwing the money at us.
Somebody wanted to show.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, that was, to me, that I felt that week we got the most activity there,
Wow.
and every time we went back,
Mhm.
it was like they knew us.
Right. And I was going to ask you that. Do you feel that the more you investigate a location, that the spirits get to know you a lot more and they're a little bit more open to communicate with you versus somebody who maybe goes there every once in a great while or just like their first time there? I mean, do you
Yeah, I do think they get to know you.
Mhm.
They get, because you keep coming back,
Mhm.
and then you get more of a response from them.
Mhm. Is there one particular spirit that you've communicated with several times at each investigation?
Well, at the terminus, we think it's the man that used to own the place.
Mhm.
His name was Delgard something,
Mhm.
or something Delgard. But anyway, yeah, he's definitely there. And then there's a woman who's there. She has responded to us.
Mhm.
And there's supposed to be a little girl. I think her name is Sophia.
Mhm.
They lived on the land next to where the theater is at.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's really interesting.
Hmm. And we had our last spirits in the spring there too, with the speakers and everybody. Yeah.
So will you be doing that again this year? Or
I
is
don't
that
know. I don't know with the spirits in the spring, how we're gonna do it. We might do it online,
mm,
um,
because
because of COVID,
right.
because last year we had it like maybe scheduled for March or April,
Mhm.
and then COVID started and we couldn't.
Mhm.
And then we had it scheduled for another date and we couldn't. And then finally they opened it up to where you could have 50 people.
Uh-huh.
So we jumped on it, and we had 50 people there.
Right.
And then we did it just in time, because then after that they shut everything down again.
Right.
So far this year, things seem to be opening up.
Uh-huh.
I would like to see us have it again,
Mhm.
live, rather than on,
Right.
Zoom or something.
Mhm.
It's much better that way. I think so anyway.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you on that. I
Mhm.
think that I think you'll be able to do it, in person again this year. I mean, I know that they've already said that kids are going to go back to school full time in like the colleges and stuff whenever they go back, like in August, September. So
Mhm.
they will be going back. So I don't see any reason why you guys won't be able to do that because I know here in Indiana, a lot of the restaurants and stuff are open.
I had to get a water. I'm drying up.
That's okay, honey.
What did you say was opening?
A lot of the restaurants, I mean, they're at like 50% right now. So I imagine it's just a matter of time before everything goes back to 100% again. So,
Yeah, same here. The restaurants are open.
mhm. And that'll be really interesting. But also, have you thought about maybe doing both, streaming it live and also in person at the same time? So
Hmm.
this way that those people who can't get out of their home for whatever reason, or who don't live in the area, maybe they would be able to kind of, see the event.
Right. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, that's an idea.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what is a place that you would like to investigate that you've not investigated?
I'd like to go to Gettysburg.
Hmm.
I've never been there, and I've heard a lot about it.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
Yeah. Have you been there?
I have not. No, I have
No.
not. That is on my bucket list of places to go investigate. I want to go there, but I also want to go to Scotland and Ireland and England and also investigate there.
Yeah, I would love to go to Auschwitz.
Really?
Yeah, I'd love to go there.
Well,
I
that's,
really would.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any other places that you would like to investigate?
Um, let's see here, Gettysburg and Auschwitz, which I'm sure I probably never will go because
Never.
I don't like long plane rides.
Oh.
It scares me, going over the ocean and stuff.
Hmm.
And in this crazy world
Yeah.
we live in today. Um, and yeah, there's a few places I'd like to go to, like well, we're supposed to be going to Edinburgh,
Hmm.
and there's a few places in Ohio, I think.
Hmm.
And there's one place that I want to go to. It's the Flight 191, where that
Yes.
came down.
Hmm.
I want to go there.
That would be really awesome too.
Yeah,
Really cool to see.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they just recently put up a memorial for the people
Uh-huh.
over that way. And
Yeah.
you can get to the memorial, but where the actual plane crash, they won't let you back there.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, you can't get back there.
Yeah. Well.
But even driving around the trailer park,
Hmm.
there's supposed to be a lot of activity in there
Oh yeah.
from the
Hmm.
crash. The people are walking through there and looking for their homes and
Hmm.
looking for you knocking on doors and everything. That's got to be crazy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm sure it's just not in that one particular spot. I'm sure it spreads out all over. You know,
Right.
as far as a plane ride, let me tell you, when you're on a plane really long distance, you're eating all the time. Like you don't have time to think about nothing else. I mean, seriously, they bring you. I ate more on the plane than I did the whole time I was in Scotland and Ireland. I'm not kidding at all. Like
Really?
they bring you, they'll bring you breakfast. Well, if you're flying at night, you get your dinner, and then they bring you a snack like 2 hours later, and then they're bringing you a hot towel to wipe your hands or whatever else off. Then they're bringing you another snack, and then they're bringing you more hot towels, and then they're bringing you breakfast, and then you're having more snacks and more hot towels. I mean, that's literally the rotation of it. It's like every 2 hours you're getting one of the three, but you're always eating.
Wow.
You you never get bored. There's all kinds of movies to watch. And
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's not, it's more comfortable on the larger planes than it is the smaller planes. Like you don't have, especially if you were, well, I guess it really just depends on where you're at. I mean, first class, I mean, is ridiculous on the price. So,
Yeah.
that's not even where we even get, but we do upgrade our flight to where we have a little bit more legroom and stuff,
Mhm.
and do have about, I don't know, I want to say like 10 people in your area. And then there's like a space over here for people to walk and a space here. And then you have more people sitting over here. So there's a lot of space and everything else, but you're so preoccupied with movies and everything else and eating. Oh my gosh, like the eating is never ending. You never
Wow.
get bored and the flight goes really quick. So, I mean, Steve actually brought he thought he was going to be able to take a sleeping pill and go to sleep. He didn't get time to use it because they were just feeding us too much.
Oh,
So never say never because you may get to do that. So
right. Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
now I know that you said that, well, I know that you have a page. So
What?
can you tell us about your Facebook page?
Oh, my Facebook page.
Yeah.
Okay. It's I do readings on there.
Hmm.
It's Sharon Maritz Psychic Medium.
Hmm.
And if you can join the page, and I give readings. They're very reasonable. They're not very expensive. And I read 3 cards, and then we take it from there. My It's usually about a half an hour.
Mhm.
Could stretch out to be a little bit more or whatever. Like I say, we take it from there if you want more cards or, see how it's going.
Mhm.
And so if you want a reading, that's the place to go.
Mhm. So do they just message you there? Can they book their readings there? I mean, how does all that work?
Yeah, they can pick a time. I'm available from noon probably till about 8 o'clock every day except for Mondays and Tuesdays.
Mondays and Thursdays.
Oh, that's right. I changed to Thursday. I'm gonna have to change that. Yeah.
Thursdays here.
So I will be available on Tuesdays, but not Thursdays. And they just go in and they find a time that's good for them and they pick the time and and then I check and make sure that, I'm not busy. And then I let them know that, once the payment comes through, then, I will confirm the appointment. And then, like I said, we take it from there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So do you do email readings too, or is this just, on by Zoom or in
Yeah.
person?
I've been doing it on Zoom,
Okay. That's
on Zoom. Yeah. Mhm.
awesome. Now tell me more about your show.
Oh, my show.
What's the name of it?
What's the name of it?
Oracle Thursday.
Yeah, now it was Oracle Tuesday. Now it's going to be Oracle Thursday with Sharon. And it starts at 7 o'clock, like I said, Central Time. And then I pick one card for everybody. You come on and say, if you want a card, and I'll pick one card and give you a quick reading. And which is good. You like to get those quick readings, but a lot of times, I feel that I need to tell these people more,
Mhm.
but I can't because I just pull one card and I don't want to say anything personal
Mhm.
that I would like to, but I don't want to because it's, in front of God and everybody, which it should be private.
Mhm.
So that's why it's a good thing to go to my other page and pay for the 3-card reading, and then you can get more out of it, rather than just one card.
Mhm.
But that's what I do is I pull one card, and I usually quit like maybe about 7:45, but definitely I'm done at 8 o'clock.
Mhm.
I used to stretch it, as long as people were there, I was reading. But it gets too tiring.
Mhm.
It's too exhausting. It takes a lot out of you.
Mhm.
And everybody enjoys it. Everybody likes it and says, that I'm spot on, and they're very happy with the readings. So, but like I said, I would like to, especially a lot of them, I would like to do it private with them
Mhm.
because there's a lot of things I want to tell them or say to them or find out, how I can help them.
Mhm.
But I can't do it by just pulling one card and everybody's there,
Mhm. I totally
because
understand that.
yeah, yeah.
And
So
I will tell you that she does amazing readings. So if you're interested in a reading, whether it's a 3-card, 4-card, 5-card, whatever a number of cards that you need for a reading, go to her Facebook page and book a reading with her, because I promise you, you won't be disappointed. She's very on point with her readings, and she's very honest. She's very direct, but she is also going to tell you in a way that you're going to come away feeling empowered rather than defeated. So be sure to go check her out and be
right,
sure to book a reading with her.
right.
So, what's next for you, Sharon?
Well, I just recently retired. That was a big change. And what's next? Just get my readings going and it's I'm helping people is what it is.
Mhm.
And that's what I want to do is I want to help people,
Mhm.
to help them with their problems or whatever. However I can help them, that's what I want to do is I want to help people.
Awesome. Awesome. Sounds great. So, well, we are going to wrap this up. I do want to let everybody or remind everybody to make sure that you go to Shadowhunters Paranormal Investigations and Events on Thursday night at 7 Central to watch Sharon do her readings. But more importantly, go to her page, like her page, and share it, invite your friends, book a reading with her because like I said, I promise you won't be disappointed. So make sure you do that. And Monday nights, we have a Psychics Unite meeting, which Sharon and I are both members of. We are chapter directors for Psychics Unite, each one in a different state. So that's at 6:30 Central. And if you go to psychicsunite.com, you can find the link there. We have our meetings on Zoom. Tuesday night will be Devon's show, which is called Truth Bumps. And again, that's on Shadowhunters Paranormal Investigations and Events at 7 Central. Wednesday, we have Scotty's show with Scotty Talks About. And this week, I think he has Mr. McFeely. Isn't that who he said?
Yeah, Mr. McFeely. Yeah.
So be sure to watch that. And again, that's at 7 Central on Paranormal Shadowhunters. Shadowhunters Paranormal Investigations and Events page.
I have an idea.
What?
Make a little poster and then go like this. Put it up.
I'm gonna just have to and just put it here and let everybody see.
Right.
Right, exactly. So again, don't forget Thursday night. Thursday night, we have this beautiful lady on her show on Shadowhunters Paranormal Investigations and Events. And then on Friday, we have Greg Koss with the Shadow Hour on Paranormal Investigations and Events, Shadowhunters Paranormal Investigations and Events page. Nick, I'm going to shorten this somehow. So be sure to check out all of the shows and come back on Sunday to this channel. And next week, I have Natalie Sedgwick on my show, and we're going to be talking about tarot and a lot of other things too. So be sure to join us again. And thank everybody for coming. And we'll see you next week. Same time,
Yes.
same channel.
Thank you.